Okay, so I'm going to be going over exactly how you should be working your business every single day. Um, and this is without fail. Okay. So there's some things that you need to be doing every single day for your business. You guys, I see so many times we feel like we're working. Everybody has got caught up in the scroll. Like that's the norm. When I see so many times people are scrolling or they're posting random stuff that they go and find, they come up with Pinterest, which can be your worst enemy, or they Google black, green, and bling and all this stuff on their page. They're obviously not listening to trainings, not showing up to Zooms. They're not doing anything or reading anything on the Facebook page that we're teaching and that we're telling you guys work and what you have to do. So I want to make sure if your business is not going in the direction you want it to go, I'm going to give you 6 key things that you should be doing every single day to make sure that your business is going the route that you want it to. The first thing that you need to do every single day. So the first thing I do is I open up my It Works app and I click on my name at the top, and then it'll tell you how many distributors, how many customers that are underneath you. I lay my hands on that app and I try to pray over my app every single day. I feel like that's praying over every single one of you, every single one of my customers. And I just feel like that it is just like an intentional, I've done this for years. I feel like it's an intentional way to pray over my business is to lay my hands on that app and over my distributors, over my customers, and pray that the Lord would bless them, show them who needs this, any customers that need this business in their life or the products that they're using to be working for them. Like I really do that every day. And that the Lord would lead and guide you guys to exactly what you need in your business. Saying a prayer over your business, it helps so much because I just feel like whenever I do that, I feel almost invincible. Like I know that these people are coming to my team. I just prayed over it. And then turning on personal development. If your mind is not right, don't message. Do not message anyone. Don't follow up if you're being negative, if you have a negative mindset, if you feel like no one's joining my business, no one's going to join me as a customer, no one wants this. If you're telling yourself that and you're speaking those things over your business, the last thing you need to do is message, because what you're speaking into your business, you're speaking into existence, and everybody you message is going to come back with a no. So getting your mind right is so important. Somebody had said they don't use YouTube, and I'm not really sure how that you don't use YouTube and do anything with this business, because that's exactly how I've trained myself. And I listen to a YouTube. I try to listen to at least one YouTube every single day. So getting on there, you can look stuff up. If you're having a hard time with anything and you just need, there's several people that are good on YouTube. You can look up Eric Thomas. He's really good. And then Eric Worre, he's good on network marketing. There's different ones. Les Brown, I love him, and that I can turn on if I need something at that moment. And I can scroll through and I'll see they said something about winning or never stopping or don't quit, don't make excuses, all this stuff. And you'll turn that on. And I have that going on my phone while I do other things. So you can have that playing and listening to it while you're doing anything. But you can also listen to it while you work, and it gets your mind in just a better spot. So the first thing is praying over your business and getting your mind right, putting the right things into your mind. Then I want you every time to open Instagram. So if you have any questions with this, I'm going to be going over it. If you want to be doing this while I'm talking to you guys, you're more than welcome to do that. So if you open Instagram, I go to Instagram first. I feel like in Facebook, whenever I open Facebook is where I have all my groups. Everything just kind of comes at me when I open Facebook. So I try not to go there first. I try to always go to my Instagram first, because I feel like I can get in and out on Instagram better. If you get caught up in the scroll, set timers. There are apps you can use. Jade Hooper uses an app she put out there. I've got apps downloaded and I have different things. But in all honesty, just setting my own personal timer on my phone, it's what I've always done, and I guess I'm just used to it. But I just set timers on my phone, and I'll say for this amount of time, I'm going to do this. Now on the Instagram following, I follow a certain amount of people, and I don't keep up with the time. If you want to, and you have a solid hour to work your business, if you don't have a solid hour to work your business, you're making an excuse because you sleep 1 hour and you can set your alarm and wake up that extra hour, or you can go to bed an hour later. So if your hour is not during your day and you don't have time to do an extra hour, then if you're wondering if I'm asking you to lose an hour of sleep, you're right, I am. Because if you have a why that's super strong and you have some incredible goals that you're wanting to reach, then that hour of sleep should not be worth more. If it is worth more than your why, then you don't have a strong enough why. So before we even get going with all this, if your why is not strong enough to make you cry, to make you not even think about an extra hour of sleep, then you're probably not going to do any of this anyways. If you tell me that throughout my day, I absolutely do not have an hour of time to work my business, then one, you don't have a strong why. And two, you're not going to go anywhere anyways. So I just want to get that out there to you guys. Make sure that you have a solid hour to work your business, whether that's your lunch hour or you're getting up an hour earlier, you're going to bed an hour later. Those are things. I have to go to bed later or wake up earlier, and I actually do both. For my kids, that's what I've always done in my business, and it's because I have kids, and so I need to get up before them, and I go to bed several hours actually after them, and I get my work done during that time of just focused work. So I open up Instagram and I follow. Like I said, I don't time myself for this because I follow a certain number of people. I try to follow 100 people when I'm trying to get my following up. I try to follow 100 people on there. So what I do is how I follow on Instagram is I like to go to bloggers. So if you can go to bloggers, their following a lot of times is really high, or Instagram shops are really popular. And there's a lot of people that are following those shops that are like-minded like you are. If you like their clothes, if they sell something that you like, those are probably the people that are following them that would follow you back, or that you would even want to be in your business and you would want to be a target for you. So if you are on keto, I mean, we have tons of keto products. I'm not on keto. I don't follow any keto people. I'm just throwing this out there. If you are on keto, you follow keto, you have people that are on it, I would be following those bloggers and those food bloggers and people that are talking about keto. And I would go in there and select who's following them. And I go down and follow, and I follow 100. Actually this week I've been following 200 and it's been fine, but used to, like, I don't know what the number is now. I've just always done 100 and cut it off and like didn't follow anymore for that day. But they can cap you out and see that you're following too many people and all this kind of stuff. So you might want to follow less than 200, but I would follow 100 every single day. If you're wanting to grow your business, this is network marketing. So you can do it any way you want to. This is your business. But if you're wanting to work it from your cell phone, which is an incredible way to work it, you're going to have to grow your network. So if you have 300 people that are following you and you post about this business for a month and you never grow your network, you never have more than that 300, everybody that joins you within that month, the people that saw it are either one, they're going to join you right away, or two, they're going to watch you, or three, they're not going to ever join you. So when you first start posting, then all those people that have seen it, that 300 people that have seen that, they've already done one of the three. They're either joined you within that first month, they have no, they're not going to buy from you or anything like that, or they're going to watch you for a while. And if they're going to watch you for a while, we don't need to wait until they decide that they want to do this business. We need them to do it now. So following is key, and making sure that you get your following up. I still always try to go in. I have over 6,000 followers. But I still always try to get my following up. And the reason why is because, like I said, whenever people see when people see that they've already seen it, they're going to do one of those three things. So you want to make sure that you get the following up. So opening Instagram and getting and following 100 people. And that's how I personally do it. So I go to the bloggers and I just go straight down. I do not follow It Works people. I do not follow Sidelines, and I don't follow a lot of my downline, especially if you have another direct upline that's a diamond or above. The reason why is because I don't want to see all of your stuff, and I don't want you guys just seeing all of, I don't mind you following me. That's fine. But I don't want you seeing nonstop It Works people. The whole point of networking and opening up and doing your network marketing business is you want people that are actual prospects seeing your stuff. You don't want a whole bunch of other stuff filling up your feed. People ask me all the time about Instagram, private or not being private. I don't think it matters. I went double diamond with a private Instagram account that's actually, once I went double diamond and I didn't care anymore about what I posted and what anybody said about it, I become not private. Beforehand, I noticed whenever I would keep my account public, that I would hold back. Sometimes I wouldn't post the way I wanted to post, or wouldn't say the things I wanted to say, because I felt like, well, what if somebody screenshots it? What if somebody makes fun of me? I had a lot of people making fun of me, and a lot of it was through Instagram. So I actually went through and blocked everybody. If I heard they talked about me or talked about my business, I immediately blocked them on social media. And I also kept my account private, so I knew who was seeing my stuff and who wasn't. After I went double diamond, so for the past 3 years, I've kept a public account. But that really is up to you. I say that to say, I don't think it matters if you're private or public on your rank and how much you're going to go. Some people tell me, even an ambassador the other day was saying she stays private because she follows a bunch of people and she doesn't pay a lot of attention. And so when people go to follow her back, she sees that they're It Works people, or if they have another company that they're just trying to recruit her into, or if she followed like somebody random or strange that she wouldn't want seeing her profile, then she just goes back whenever they go to follow her back. She can decline the request and unfollow them. So she said it's a way. So that's pretty smart too. But opening Instagram and following 100 people every day is so important. The next thing that you need to do while you're Instagram is posting stories. If you don't have anything to post in stories, go on our Bigger Dreams team page. At the top, it says albums. It's at the very top. It says albums. Click albums. There are thousands of photos through there. They're all categorized. They say hair, skin, and nail stories. There's coffee stories. Every product we have pretty much has a stories category. Go on there and save them. Post it just like that. You can add like a GIF or something that you want to once you get it on your page if you want in your story. But you can post it just like that. But posting in your stories. One thing I love about stories is I can blow stories up and post like 12 stories in one day, and I can post it all at one time, and it really doesn't matter. So if you're wanting to get all your posts in on stories at one time, you can totally do that. I say you need to post about your business, quotes or something good to post in stories, something random. It doesn't matter. Lunch, one of your kids, something from whenever, your dog, pets, whatever. And then products. So about your business, about your products, quotes, something random. Polls are incredible on stories. I love using polls because I use like a yes question every time, not a yes no. So it's like, who wants to grow their hair out? And then on my last story for that, we'll say something like, me please, or send me the details, something like that. So I'll do 2 yeses, but I love polls. And so that's what I do in Instagram. So if you turn on a personal development, get your mind right, pray for your business, open your Instagram, follow people, and then post in stories. After you've done that, you're going to move on and you're going to open up Facebook. So once I open Facebook, I feel like I start seeing like a bunch of stuff there. But if I have my timer set, I know that I have to stay super focused. So on Facebook, if you don't have a large Facebook following, then you need to go to somebody who is not in your suggested friends list. If you're just going through there and selecting follow on suggested friends, your network stinks. Just being for real. if you're going on there and you're following one person in your suggested friends list, you are more than likely following somebody that's following other people on the team. They're probably already following your upline. They're already following your downline. They already know about the business, or they're already in the business, or they already have some sort of connection with the business. So with that said, make sure you're not following just suggested friends, because a lot of times Facebook is just going to suggest people that your other friends or your other people already have, or that already have something in common with you. Something common with you is if you're in Bigger Dreams team group, or your team has a group, if you have these pages that we're all in together, it automatically suggests all of these people that are in that group for you to be suggested friends with. They're all your sidelines. They're already selling the product, or they're your teammates, prospects, or your teammates downline. So saying that to say, don't just go through there and just hit suggested friends and follow. I used to do that. And I found out really quickly, like, I'm sitting here following all of my team's people. Like, that's not who I want. I'm posting to not waste time. I'm posting to make money. So I actually, what I always would do when I was growing my Facebook, is I would always go on and find, like, my cousin is somebody that lives near me, but has zero connection friends with me. He's about 10 years older than me, and he had no church connection. And so we just had zero connection of the same friends. I knew a few of his, like, closest friends, and that would be all I knew of my cousins. So I could actually go to my cousin's friends, and I would friend my cousin's friends. So when I'm friending his friends, and people say, it'll say like one mutual person with them, and it would say John Foster. Well, if somebody messaged me back, this has happened very few times, but if somebody messaged me back and said, like, do I know you? And I'm like, well, you're friends with my cousin, and I thought I recognized you. I'm not sure. Maybe we know each other. And they would be like, okay, who's your cousin? Like, John Foster. And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, whatever. And so they just, because I had that connection, they didn't think anything about it, and I just kept those friends. So that's what I personally would do that. I know another way that you can actually find good friends, and Savannah actually taught me how to do this, is she goes to things going on in Facebook. It tells you, like, what's going on around your community. And it'll say, there's like certain plays or festivals and all this kind of stuff that's going on around your community. And she'll select going. And then you see all these other people going, whether she's going or not. She'll put that she's going or whatever, and people can see, that you're going to the same thing. And she goes through there, and the people that are going to this festival around her town or somewhere, a few hours from her, she follows those people and friends them. So it ends up being people that are close around her. And then she can see kind of what their interests are, because they're going to this kids play. And so more than likely they're a mom, or they're going to this gospel concert. So they're more than likely they're a Christian. And there's just, like, you can kind of control who your friends are without really knowing your friends. Another thing I know of that people have done before is, like, if there's a camp meeting in your area and you're going to something like that, like some sort of church function, some sort of youth camp, and friend people that are going there as well, because it's probably, if there's somewhere close to you and somewhere that you're going, probably have same interests as you. But making sure you guys don't follow just your team. Don't follow just, like, if it's your personal downline, that makes a whole difference than if it's everybody on the team. You say, oh, I see Alicia on the team, and I'm going to go and follow all her friends. Well, that's really not the way it works, because if they're really actually close to her, they're going to come to her with the business. And you just don't really want to have all that crisscross and all that kind of stuff going on. I personally, like I said, I always end up going to my cousin's friends list, and, like, he has a brother, and he has a wife, and his brother has a wife. So, like, forever, that's all I did was go, like, circle through all 4 of them and their friends. But then once I became friends with their friends and was interacting with their friends, Then I would turn around and do the same thing. Like, oh, this is John's friend, and we kind of did have a connection. I remembered him. And so I'm going to go through there and friend some of the girls that are friends with him. So that's kind of what, that's what I did to grow my business. So there's a tip for you. Or like I said, if you don't know anybody like that and you want to go to a random thing that's close to your town, that's another really good way to find friends. But just having it works feed going on nonstop in your thing, even if it's just your downlines, it's really not beneficial to you, because you need to be growing a network and you need to be finding people that want your business that you can talk to about the business. So earning at least 25, 30, if you have a really low following, 50 people, but if you did 25 people, the reason why I stick to 25 on Facebook, if you friend 25 people every day, these are things I'm talking about. This is daily. This isn't just, well, once a week I go back and do this and once a week. No, if you're growing your network, it should be minimum 100 people on Instagram every single day. I used to have a timer set in my phone that would go off and say friend on Instagram, unfriend on Instagram, friend on Instagram. I did it all day long, like every hour, until I got my following up, because I started a brand new account when I started my business. On Facebook, if you did 25 people a day, even if you just did it for 5 days, if you would have what, like 125 people that you friended. Well, what they might not all accept, but if half of them accept, you've got 75, what, less than that actually, what's 125 divided by 2? You have like 50, 60 people that accept every single week. Then by the end of the month, you're going to have, 200 new friends on Facebook. And that doesn't sound like that many, but if you started with 300, you've almost doubled your number in 1 month's time of friends that you have and people that you can post to. So making sure that you're doing that. And then the next thing to do, you've already got Facebook open, post something on Facebook. If you hadn't posted a while, something interactive to me is the best thing to post on Facebook. If you just, asking questions or whatever, if you've posted a ton of It Works stuff, don't post anything about It Works. Post something about your kids, post something random. Just don't even mention it. For if your interaction's down, go live, about something random, not even about your business, and get that interaction going and the interaction up, especially if you're friending that 25 people every single day, and get interaction going, interaction up, asking questions. People love to give their opinions, especially if something like about your kids or your dog or something wrong, like it'll blow up. So asking questions about like that on Facebook and letting people give their opinion and get your interaction up. And then whenever you do go to post something about your business, or you go to post something about giving away $100 or giving away, Disney tickets, it's going to blow up because you've been posting more than just random It Works stuff. And then on, I failed to mention this on Instagram, but on Instagram and on Facebook, both, interact. Set a timer for this, because this is where we get caught in the scroll. On Instagram, I actually have been interacting on stories way more than anything else. On Facebook, I personally consider wishing people a happy birthday interaction. I think it's better interaction than anything else. And one thing that you can do too on Facebook for interaction, Savannah has a really good happy birthday message. I have it saved. But I've learned, even if I just get in their inbox and send under the thing where it says message, just send happy birthday and like some balloon stuck to it. I copy, I paste it for like everybody that I do it to. I just actually thought I could be doing the text replacement for happy birthday. I hadn't done that yet. I usually make up something and copy and paste it. But either put it in their messenger. A lot of people don't message. They'll put it on their page. And so it might get lost in that, or it's not as, they don't really see it as much, but they'll interact more. But if you put like happy birthday, hope you have an amazing day, balloons, and then put it in their messenger, when they open it up, they're going to respond to just you. Oh my goodness, thank you so much, whatever. And that creates a conversation. So that's why on stories, I just go through stories, and I like, now they have the interaction things where you can actually put, like an interaction like heart eyes or fire or whatever. So I love having that interaction. And then I can also type something really fast, like he's so cute, have fun if they're on vacation, just like something random. If they do a quote, I'll put that's so funny, or stealing this, love it. Just anything like that. Some moms will put like they're having a crazy day and put something real random in stories. And I like to always put, you're killing motherhood. You're amazing, or just something nice and random. And what that does is whenever you ever get in their inbox again, asking any questions, they see that you've already had interaction with them. You're not just making something up and don't really know them. And it makes them remember you, and it sends a signal to Instagram. And when you do it on Facebook, it sends a signal to Facebook, and it says their friends, they're messaging. Messenger and being in their inbox means more than anything else. So when they see that you're inboxing and that you're going back and forth on Messenger, they will start putting your stuff in front of them because it says their friends. So that's another reason why it's important. So interacting, and like I said, set the timer for that one, because I can spend an hour interacting, and that is not working. Interacting is growing your network, and it's a network business, but it's not getting customers and it's not getting distributors. And that's the only two things you're paid for. We're paid to get customers and get distributors. I love what Pam Souter said the other day. She said, we are not paying you for the best Instagram filter. We're paying you for customers and distributors. Don't forget it. So keep that in mind, you guys, whenever you are looking at and you're scrolling and you're constantly commenting on how cute everything is and how you love this, and this, and you're never posting your stories, you're not doing a poll, you're not asking anybody anything, you're not messaging people, that's really what you're paid for. So make sure 10 minutes going through there. It's important to interact. It's important to do those things. I wouldn't forget them, but remember, set the timer. You only need about 10 minutes of that. 50 your kid's so cute comments you can be done. You're not going to go Ruby commenting on people's stuff. So then the last thing that I have on here, as far as just something that you should do every day, especially if you're trying to go for a promotion. So when you're trying to go for a promotion in your business, this hour should be non-negotiable. You work every single day for an hour. But green light messaging for host to post. Green light messaging for host to post is important. I think that it's extremely important. I think you should start at the very bottom of who to message on your Facebook and start at the very bottom of your friends. Or if it's in ABC category, I think you should go down to Z. And I think you should start there. And I think you should work your way up to at least 25 to 30 people every single morning and say something along the lines of, hey girl, quick question, going for a big promotion in my business, wondering if you would mind throwing a post on your wall for me. In exchange for a post, I'm going to put you in an opportunity to win tickets to Disney World. Would you like that? Would you be willing? When you do something like that, guys, you can even voice message it and say something like, hey, I have an opportunity for a Disney giveaway for free Disney tickets. Would you be interested in learning more? No purchase necessary. All I need is for you to throw a post up on your wall. Would you be willing? Something small like that. So many of you guys are telling me I'm not getting enough I'm not getting enough reaction whenever I do a host to post for a giveaway. And I'm needing more interaction. Host to post works, period. It works. No one on here can tell me, well, it doesn't work for me. No, you're not working. You're not asking enough people. You're not going out there and asking enough people and friending enough new people. That's what's not working, is you. put the blame back on yourself. It's not host to post. I have 2 customers to put in as soon as I get off this call. I have not been through all my host posts yet. I can barely keep up with the 35 host posts that I have going this week, because there's a few of them that have literally blown up, and I keep trying to message the people back, and then I'm trying to follow up, and I'm trying to, at first I would message all 100 and something people that left a comment on my thing saying that they were going to Disney World. I don't do that anymore. I wore myself smooth out doing that. What I do now is I go through there and I like or love everybody I talk to. Then I go back, and tonight before I go to bed, I'll like and love several more, and I'll get some more host to post going for tomorrow. But in the past few days, I've signed up several customers. Yesterday was 6, but I've signed up 3 today. So like 9 customers within the past few days. How have I done that? Every single bit of it has been through host to post and through getting out on somebody else's newsfeed. I've got 2 people that are thinking about becoming distributors because their posts have blown up. I'm like, look, these could be your customers. So I'm telling you that to say, if host to post isn't working for you, you're not working it enough. You might need to ask some more people. You guys, I'm right at my 5,000 friend limit. I have to unfriend a lot of people before I can start a host to post, so that I can friend all the people that I'm not friends with on these other people's pages that comment and want information, and I can get in their messenger. So it's easier for me to be able to do that. But if you don't have that large of a following at first, I mean, I didn't have that. I started this Facebook brand new whenever I started this business. So whenever I would make a post, I wouldn't always get the same exact response that I can get now that I have a lot of new friends. So if you're posting up something and you're putting up something about, the Disney giveaway and no one's responding to it, that's okay. But go to your friends list on Messenger and start at Z and count up 25 or 30 and say, do you mind throwing a post on your wall in exchange for tickets to Disney World? Do you mind? And then they say yes. The way to get in this giveaway is just posting on your wall. I'm going to send you the post now. Send them the post. If you did that to 25 to 30 people every single day and one said yes, if only one person, you're looking for one person. Quit trying to find 150 people to do something for you guys. We're looking for one. If people tell me I've messaged 50 people today and only one person responded back, amazing. That means your numbers and your ratio is 1 in 50. You need to message 50 people every single day and get 1 a day. So if you message 25 to 30 people and one person says, yes, I'll throw a post on your wall, send it here, and you send it to them, and you do that every day, even if you just do it Monday through Friday, and you get 5 host to post going a week, at the end of the month, you've got 20 host to post going. Say only 2 or 3 of those host to posts blow up. You get 4 or 5 customers. That's just on host to post. We're not including your Instagram stories that you're getting customers on. We're not including your own posts that you're getting stories on. We're not including follow-up messages from last week that you're getting customers on. This is just host to post. 4 or 5 customers a month off of that. If you get 4 or 5 customers off of its Instagram polls, and you get 4 or 5 customers off of your polls and 4 or 5 customers off of follow-ups, I mean, you're getting 20, 25 customers in a month. And let me tell you right now, that's rocking. So you guys, you're not looking for just, I think a lot of times we look at this and we think, oh my gosh, only one person responded. Only one person said they would post for me. And then tomorrow you don't message, and all week long you're just reveling in the fact that only one person's posting for you and you're not asking anymore. Then got a mosquito flying by me. Ugh. And you're not posting anymore. Shame on you. We're looking for one person to say yes. If one person said yes and they're throwing a post up on their wall for you, do it tomorrow and do it the next day and do it the next day. You're going to get more consistent. You're following a new 25 people every single day. And whenever you're friending 25 people on Facebook every single day, then next month you have more friends to go through. Whenever people are answering on host to post, even if they're liking or loving the other person's thing on host to post, go back and friend them. Even if you don't message them, Go back and friend them. It's always good for a like or a love on a post, a host post, or your own post. Even if they don't comment wanting info, I always will say, go on there and message. I've gotten distributors and customers for messaging saying, thanks so much for the love on my post. Are you interested? Are you interested in this product? Are you interested in knowing how this works? Are you interested in this opportunity that I posted about? Sometimes they come back and say, no, I just like your post, or I was just liking it to, give some love, whatever. I'm always like, thank you so much. Supportive friends mean the world. I appreciate it. And go on their post and like or love something. Also, if I'm looking at somebody and I want them to become a distributor or a customer for me, a lot of times I will go and I'll go way down and find something like 2 weeks ago. Yes, I'm like saying that I'm a creeper pretty much to them, but I'll go something like 2 weeks ago and I'll comment on it. So I'll comment and say, oh my gosh, this is so adorable. Not sure how I missed this picture. Or comment, oh my word, where was this at? Looks so neat. A lot of times if you ask a question, they'll always respond back to you. And when they respond back to you, that just gets conversation going. This is a business. You can be paid as a business, or you can treat it like a hobby and be paid as a hobby. A hobby you do every once in a while. You do when you feel like it. You do it every once in a while. And hobbies usually cost money, not make money. A business, you do it whether you feel like it or not. You get up and you do it every single day. You put time and commitment into it, and you usually make more than what you put into it. Consistency is the key with this business, you guys. What I just gave you are things you should do every single day. Those are what I call non-negotiables. If you're growing your business and if you're actually trying to make money with this business, it's non-negotiable. Everything I went through takes 1 hour to do. It takes 1 hour. If you set your timer for 1 solid hour, it takes 1 hour to do this, you guys. Getting that app on, and this isn't just adding in your prayer time. It shouldn't be added in. I do not feel like it should be added in to your 1 hour of working your business. But if you open up your app and you just lay hands on your app and pray over it, you don't have to go through every name that you've ever signed up. You can just lay your hands on it and say, Lord, lead and guide my team, help my loyal customers to lose 100 pounds in 3 days, and tone down and burn in 5 minutes instead of 45. Like, you can pray over your app, and that helps my mindset. But then if I turn on a personal development, turn on a song that helps, turn on anything, and then I get to work. I listen to stuff while I work. And so if you're listening to something, open Instagram and follow. You don't have to really have your mind on Instagram following while you're following. And follow 100 people. I count, literally. Like they say, how do you know you follow 100 people? I say 1, 2, 3, 45, 46. I count 100 people while I'm following. No lie. If I decide to follow 200, I wanted to see if it would cut me off. It didn't cut me off at 200, but I've been following 100 quite a bit that week. And so I didn't want to, Instagram to block me or anything. So I stopped at 200, but it did allow me to follow 200 people. But I'll go through and I'll follow 100, and I just count all the way through. And if it's somebody weird, somebody with automatic it works, anything like that, I just skip over their name and I'll keep following where it looks like it's just, good people. And then go right straight to stories. Like I said, you can blow stories up. You can post like 10 stories at one time if you want to. If you're going to be busy and this is your 1 hour to work, do it all at the same time. Opening up Facebook, go to somebody random, cousin, uncle, aunt, friend 25 of their friends. And I like whenever it says one mutual friend and has their name. If it has 2 or 3 mutual friends and it's just my cousin or the few people that I'm friends with them, then I know nobody on my team's following these people. This is new territory. Get out from amongst everybody that everybody else is friends with. If it says you and that person has 300 people that are friends with, I push delete. Like, I don't want them to show up anymore. I'm not gonna friend them. And if you go in there and you friend them, somebody's doing a host to post for you and it's somebody random you don't really have any mutual friends with, that's golden. Go on there and friend their mutual friends. And then once you get those people friended, and then, like I said, if you're commenting on Instagram stories, I just go through and I comment through there. I like doing that. Facebook has stories as well. One way you don't have to really post in Facebook stories. I don't post in Facebook stories because I allow my Instagram stories to post on Facebook. So by doing that, my Facebook stories already have people in there. Post on Facebook, get some interaction going, get something going up and about, and then go to Greenlight and message 25 to 30 people every single day for a host a post. Do you mind throwing a post up on your wall in exchange for giveaway to Disney World vacation this summer? They're actually talking about, what if somebody says, I can't get to Disney World, I can't afford Disney World, whatever, the winner, they are going to have cash. So if you want to say, they're going to have an option to have $1,500 cash instead of 4 Disney World tickets. If they say, I'm in close to California, does that count? Yes, you can go to Disneyland or Disney World, or you can have $1,500 cash. So they're going to have that option. So if you want to go on there and say, oh my gosh, I felt like Disney World blew up for me. But if it's not blowing up for you, say, who wants $1,500 cash this summer? Who wants it by next month? You need to send me a direct message immediately to be put in this giveaway. See if that blows up for you. Host a post, Greenlight, ask people to throw a post on their wall. I personally, when we first started doing host a post, we didn't have giveaways, or we would say we'll put you in a drawing for a sample pack. I did not have all that stuff. People would throw a post up on their wall for me for nothing. Absolutely nothing. No reason at all. I just said, hey, do you mind throwing a post up on your wall for me? It would mean the world. Sure. What is it? Had no problem with it whatsoever. So if they'll do that for me, they will post something for you in exchange for $1,500 cash or 4 Disney World tickets. So, you guys, get creative. If something that I have listed for me is not working for you, do something yourself. Be yourself. Open up. Get interaction certain ways. You might have something. I mean, some of you guys have dogs. I'll tell you what, Maria takes advantage of her little doggy. Like, she posts pictures of him. She asks vet questions. I see her asking stuff all the time. Do you think that she genuinely wants 1,500 people to tell her what to do with her dog? I mean, sometimes she might, but it's not all the time. But it's interaction. She wants people to engage and to ask questions, and people love to give their opinion. They love it. And whenever you ask a question about their opinion, they're going to give their opinion so many times, and they will give that. So take advantage of it. If some people will say, well, I don't have kids, or I have older kids and I don't really have questions to ask like that. If you've got a pet, ask about a pet. If you've got a plant, ask about a question about that. If you're new at gardening, or you just bought a plant and you want to know, how should I care for this thing? Does anybody have any tips? People will give tips for anything. They love to give their opinion. So asking questions about a recipe, anything like that. If you love to cook, if you love to paint, if you love to do anything at all, you love to sing, you love to play an instrument, go live doing those things. That will get your interaction way up every time. So if you're doing anything like that, go live and do it. If your kids are playing and you're just watching them play, go live. So there's just so many things that you can do with this business. I think people look at it and they're like, I've got to post, and it just becomes overwhelming, and it's not fun. If this business overwhelms you, which I've been overwhelmed several times, but it's all been good reasons, and my excitement is better than being overwhelmed. So if you're overwhelmed and this is not fun to you and it's stressing you out, you're going to quit. So you don't want that to happen. Make sure that it's fun, you guys. This business is a blast to me. I love it. I'm passionate about it. I wake up early for it. I go to bed late for it. I do a Zoom right now for you guys while my whole family's downstairs and my kids are outside playing, and I could be doing all those things. That sounds fun too. But this business right here and being on this Zoom, this is the only time that I have to pull myself away from my kids. I was with them all day long today. Why was I with them all day long and at the pool today? Because I'm willing to stop and go to bed late, wake up early, and do what I have to do in order to make this business work for me. And like I said, if you don't have an hour, you're lying to yourself. You guys have an hour. If you're scared of going live on Facebook, I highly recommend not going live about your business. Go live until you're comfortable with things, and then go live about your business later. The lives, honestly, for your business are absolutely incredible, and I think it's amazing, and I think doing it's great. But I also think that going live and getting your algorithm up is just as important. So whenever you go to post or you go to host to post is huge. And you can thrive and survive in your business with just doing host to post all month. That alone can keep you extremely busy. You've got to get new friends. So many times people are telling me, well, I'm friending people, but are you friending every day? And is it a non-negotiable for you? These things I went over with you guys, they're non-negotiables. Listening to a personal development every single day, that's a non-negotiable. You should pump yourself up every single day. Telling yourself affirmations. I'm amazing. I can do this. I'm going Ruby. I'm going Diamond. I'm going Ambassador. Whatever you have to tell yourself every single day. I am signing customers like nobody's business today. I will not stop until I get a yes. Thank you, Lord, for the yeses that are coming my way. I thank the Lord for my runners every single day. I thank the Lord for the runners he's given me and the runners that are on their way, the runners that have signed up, but they don't even realize that they're runners yet, but he's going to help me develop them and help them to where they become that person. Openly thanking the Lord for those things in your business before you even get started. Get your mind in a place where you are unstoppable and you are excited. If you're not excited about this business and you're not excited about your products, take products until you find something you're excited and passionate about. Lose some weight. If you need to lose weight, lose weight. Is it easy? No. I just lost 16 pounds. I got down to now I weigh a few pounds less than I did whenever I got pregnant with Ezra. And I've got 10 more pounds to lose that I want to lose. Matt says I've always been losing 10 pounds. Like it never matters what size I am. I'm always like, but in 10 more pounds, I'll be really happy. Was it easy to lose that weight? Absolutely not. I'm not going to lie, but I drank my coffee every single morning and I took my TFX every single day. And so now whenever I post and I'm doing my host to post, I used to use somebody else's before and after, but now I'm using my own before and after. And I'm saying 2.5 months, I lost 16 pounds. And this is my before and after side by side. And my business is blowing up. Everybody's saying, I want what you did. So guess what else I'm able to do? I'm able to add on coffee and greens because that's what I did every day. If you want what I did, this is what I did. So I'm just telling them, and so selling it like that. But you guys, if you don't have a before and after and you don't have a testimonial, whether it's hair, skin, and nails, weight loss, anything like that, do what it takes to lose the weight. Be excited about it. Take those products, and when you start seeing the numbers go down on the scale, get pumped, get excited. Go buy a dress too small. That was my problem. My dress came in for my sister's wedding. It was too small. My only option was to lose weight. TFX come out around the same time I found out my dress didn't fit. So I got on both of those products whenever they came to me. I ordered it at the very beginning, but I didn't end up getting my product until like the end of February. 1st of March, whenever I got it, I started taking the product and I lost weight. I got in the dress that Matt actually told me my rib cage was too big for. It would not zip up because of my ribs. I think he was just being nice, like, really, you're too fat. But he's like, this dress is just made too small. It was a European dress. It's 2 sizes smaller than the size that they put out there. So I needed to lose a little weight to get it zipped. And I did it, you guys. I absolutely lost the weight, but I made up in my mind I was going to have a before and after picture for my product. And I do. And I'm excited about the fact that I can get in my old clothes and people say, you look great. What are you doing? Oh, I'm just drinking my coffee and taking 2 pills with lunch and I'm losing weight. I'm watching what I eat, but anybody that knows me knows I don't eat perfect. So I'm telling you guys that to tell you this, get excited. make sure you're excited about a product, excited about your business. If you've made $100 and you're griping and complaining, then you need to check yourself, because you were just praying to God that he would give you something where you could make a little bit of extra money, and he put something in your lap and you're not doing it every day. You're not being consistent. You're not putting in a solid hour, because if you time yourself, you find out you're really not. You're not growing your network. You're not posting on your stories every single day, and you're still making $100. Oh my word. You're doing incredible. No one else is going to pay you for just finding a few customers, and that's it. You guys, you have your hands on something that can make you thousands of dollars if you're consistent, you don't quit, and you have at least 6 non-negotiables that you do every single day. Every day. So I hope this was helpful, you guys. If you have any questions, then you can unmute yourself and let me know. But these are steps. This is a power hour. This is 1 hour every single day, saying, I am not going to stop until I get this hour knocked out. I can't find an hour in my day. I never can find an hour of time. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to set my alarm 1 hour earlier. Or guess what I'm going to do? Everybody goes to bed, and I'm going to, if you're like me, you're going to get in the bathtub. I get in the bathtub, set my timer, and I'll stay in there for an hour, and I work. If I don't have my timer set, a lot of times I get caught in the scroll, especially whenever you're interacting on and interact. Or you guys, I love you all so very, very much, but you might message me and you comment on every single chat that we have the same question, and I'm going back and forth, and I'm trying to find all this stuff, and I'm trying to help you guys, and I will not work. Answering your question is amazing, and I want to help you in every single way, but it's not always growing my business. So you guys, you have to make sure these things right here are things, this hour that you put in is growing your business, as even in leadership positions. This is important. Growing your network, making sure you're posting, making sure your host is posting. Those are things that are going to pay you money. And it's an hour of non-negotiable things every single day. Does anybody have any questions? Nope. I'm going to